Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bearcats will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense will get the first crack at it here. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy...
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Well, they're trying to catch the defense off guard there with the bootleg. I don't think the ball handling was great by the quarterback. One reason why it didn't really fool anybody defensively. Give the defense credit. Good job with their eyes. They don't give up too many yards at all.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
I'll tell you what, when the ball's tossed on the perimeter really quickly, you got to take really good angles. When I'm a safety and I'm spinning down, I'm trying to catch that guy. He's got so much space out there now. I don't have a lot of help from my defensive tackles or my defensive ends. Those are tough spots to be in. You could tell the running back won that battle, got a bunch of yards. Nice positive play for this offense.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Touch pass on the run. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw.
And they will score! Touchdown, Bearcats!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Kansas offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Jayhawks are on the move. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They go to the counter. Spins away from the defender.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Jayhawks have taken it inside the 20. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way in.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Lining up to add another.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. The Bearcats will have a first down.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
To the air. It's Sorsby. Going to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8 now.
He's off to the races. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Bearcats are on the move. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Now from inside the red zone. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're going to throw it again. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Jayhawks. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really...
Snags it down the right side. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He wants to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Coming after him. Working that left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And then some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Jayhawks with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know.
Trying to start the drive with a pass.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The offense starts with a short field. Power football with the run. fighting off the defender. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to get to it. Another incompletion on third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. To throw, it's Sorsby. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Quick strike offense on that. Scoring drive. And they top things off by getting out of bad field position in a hurry. A 90-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Right on target this time. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He wants to throw it again. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He finds his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Jayhawks are in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. The sure hands, it's Reynolds. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw on third. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking deep. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Sorsby. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Extending the play. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
With the catch, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Arizona State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try the run. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Here comes the offense on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Firing to the right, complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this scrum.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Kansas. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse,
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water with this offense so backed up. They're able to get to him for a sack, and I give the quarterback credit because I thought he was about to take a safety. Somehow he was able to stay out of the end zone.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They go to the ground. Open space at the 25. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarter.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Can anyone catch him? Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bearcats. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Third down coming up.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Buying some time. Still running at the 40. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. Unloads quickly. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got them set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. 2nd down coming up. They believe they can run right here. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls. And most of the time, I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
He'll take another shot here. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And they've moved out front here on the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll go to the ground. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up of 6. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? Dropping back, it's Daniels. On the run, still looking. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. The Jayhawks decide to punt it away.
Number 35, on to punt it away.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The give is to Williams. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
That makes the score Cincinnati 52, Kansas 43.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that is being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.